Hello, just finished up with the home inspection here at 4635 East Escondido Avenue with Tom Selby, and wanted to just walk around and kind of get a quick video clip for you of some of the main items that he pointed out in the report. After looking at this front driveway a little bit better, I told you the other day that I thought it had been replaced. It wasn't original, but I now kind of take that back. Tom said that there used to be 2x4 spacers in between the concrete slabs there, which is how a lot of these older homes were built. But he pointed out that those have been removed, and then somebody went through and kind of put in concrete in between. And so even though the slabs are in still really good shape, the only real crack that I see, which I didn't notice this the other day, but I do see it now, is right here. I don't know if the video is picking that up or not. It's very slight. So it looks like they did a good job kind of replacing the wood and filling it in with concrete there. He did say that there was a slight bend in the garage door right here. Not even really noticeable, but he did point it out in the report. So we talked about the termite treatment that was done, and he did say he could see that this area along this wall had been trenched and treated for termites. So to him that was pretty obvious on this side of the home, and we'll show you the other areas of the home as well here in a little bit. As far as the roof is concerned, I asked him how old he thought the roof was, and he was guessing at around 5 years old. You can see some additional vents there that were installed to help ventilate out the hot air from the attic, in addition to the vents that are already there. Around the air conditioner, there was some areas on the shingles where it looked like there had been some foot traffic on them, which kind of caused some of the granules to be rubbed off. He believes that might have occurred when they replaced the air conditioner, and it's not causing any water leaks at this time. It's just something that he noted. There are some cracks through the foundation. He says this is very common, for this age of home. Most of the time people go through and patch those areas and repaint. So he did show the prior termite tunnels that would have been there and there. They're not there anymore. So it's his opinion that there definitely was a treatment done here, although it's not as evident that this side of the home was trenched. And he did see some termite tubes in the ceiling here in the living room and some in the master bedroom back there. But what happens with termites, and this is very common, is after a treatment has been done, those tubes can continue to grow. And so what the companies say is, knock down the tubes after a week, and then wait another week, knock them down again. And if you continue to see tubes after that, then go ahead and call them back, and they come back out and retreat. So Tom thought that the tubes that he saw coming through the ceiling in there and in here were that little bit of growth that happens after a treatment has been done. So at this point, with the warranty in place, it's just a matter of calling the company back out to have them come out and, you know, do a retreatment in those particular areas. And that's about the best you can do with termites. Back here on this side, you can see where they core drilled into the foundation and injected the termiticide in there, and then they've got those holes that they've gone through and patched, and so you can see clearly that that area was treated. So a few areas of, you know, where the foundation is bulging a bit, that could be scraped, patched, and repainted. As we've seen, some houses have done that from this age period. He did point out the separation of this decorative wall here, and he recommends filling that in with an adhesive, a caulking of some kind that will allow a little bit of expansion to occur. So in here in the main house, one thing I did want to point out right away, I thought this was all wallpaper, but Tom said no, this is just stenciling. Someone's gone through and did a lot of work stenciling all of this, so it's really just paint that can be painted over. There is in fact no wallpaper here in the house, which was a relief to me, because that's obviously a lot of work to remove wallpaper. But he said no, it just needs to be primed and painted if you wanted to remove that. So going here into the bedroom, it's going to be hard to spot at this point, but this is probably the best example right there of a termite tube that came through after the treatment. Tom thinks they may have drilled holes here in the wall and then injected a foam into the wall with the termiticide in there. So again, it's just a matter of getting the company to come back out and do a retreat. This is probably the biggest settling crack that he found in the home. It's, you know, less than 1/8 of an inch in width, and there's a few other minor settling cracks throughout, but that was probably the biggest one that he found. Here in the master bathroom, the only thing he really noted was the shower door is missing the rubber seal in this bottom piece, even though it's got this ledge on it to deflect water. Still missing the rubber piece underneath. And he said that this countertop, it's got a little bit of movement, although it's very minor, and just needs to be sealed up under there. But again, pretty minor on that. Here in the kitchen, this outlet on this side is GFI protected. The ones over here on this side are not, and they weren't required to be back in 1980 when this home was built, but he says now it would be required. He said these cabinets are new and nice, you know, real wood. The only little bit of stain is that right there, but pretty minor. So yeah, he did say someone spent quite a bit of money replacing these cabinets. So the area in the Arizona room where there was some water intrusion, he believes, is this spot right here. It doesn't appear to have been repainted after the rain gutters were installed. He recommends, and you can see here, this is the original 2x4 expansion joint that they used to use back in that time frame, but it'd be a good idea to break this out and either put concrete in there or some other fill material. But you can see where they drilled for the termite treatment. Drilled down underneath the slab to inject the termiticide, and that goes all the way around. You can see where they drilled through those pavers and more than likely did trench all the way along this wall and that wall as well. So this rain gutter here on the back of the Arizona room is what was installed, and from what I can tell, I'm going to try to lift the camera up, but it appears to me that they put it up underneath the drip edge, which is the proper way to do it, and so now the water that used to pour down and land on that corner and kind of fill in that area now drains over to here and out into this space, so it pulls it away from the back entrance there to that Arizona room. And so there was a prior rain gutter there that was already in place, so that catches the water from this section of the roof and moves it down into the gravel here. So before they installed that rain gutter there, it's likely that a lot of water landed here and probably kind of puddled up a bit here, and some of that moisture ended up kind of coming through that spot. So it's here in the Arizona room, which is, I guess, not even really technically a part of the main home, and you still have a step up there before you get into the house. He did say that it was a good thing they did all of this in slump block. That's the best kind of material that you could have as far as an exterior wall for an Arizona room to prevent water coming in along the base. So that's really the main things that he pointed out. So I'll get this video off to you, and he did say you're welcome. Oh, one other thing he pointed out. So right here, up underneath the corner of the roof, there was some prior water damage and a few areas along the roof here, although it's feels pretty good now. His opinion is this probably all happened before they installed this rain gutter. So I tend to agree with that. The damage looks like it's a little bit older, and this rain gutter looks pretty new. So that should be catching all of that runoff water and directing it to the other side of the Arizona room over there, to let it go out into the landscaping and towards the tree and whatnot. So that was the bulk of it. You'll get the report with all the other pictures and explanations, and then Tom said you're welcome to call him tomorrow at noon, and he'll be happy to go through it with you. So anyway, I will send this to you, and he did also recommend replacing these shutoff valves. They're getting there's no active leaks going on right now. It's dry, but it'd be probably a good idea to get those replaced because there is showing a little bit of corrosion there. And this drawer, he says, kind of flops open. I don't know if it's meant to do that because it's kind of a laundry hamper. So my guess is that's how it's designed to operate. But anyway, so okay, I'll send this to you, and then if you want to give me a call when you get a chance, we can go through it and talk about it a little bit more and discuss what items you'd like to request of the seller as far as repairs. Okay, bye.